Everyone is expecting next week's Apple event to just be another boring round of iOS tweaks and basic Mac updates. Honestly, I think that is totally wrong. This event is not about software at all. It is a secret, massive hardware reveal disguised as software updates. The code hidden inside these upcoming betas is literally blocking the release of completely finished, unreleased products sitting in factories right now. Apple's entire hardware future is hinging on a massive, long-delayed update they promised 2 years ago. And yes, I'm talking about Siri 2.0. Now, Ming-Chi Kuo has been saying for months that Cupertino has faced messy delays and serious internal issues getting this off the ground. But Mark Gurman just essentially confirmed they are finally ready. This new assistant is completely different from the terrible version we have suffered with for a decade. It actually understands your personal context. It knows exactly what you're doing on your screen at any given moment, and it can seamlessly control your apps for you. This AI experience will naturally come to your daily driver devices, but its real purpose is to fuel a totally new hardware category. The hardware is literally locked away. Apple cannot release it until the software is bulletproof. The very first completely new device waiting for this update is a smart home display. Think about it. Industry insiders are describing a highly unique design. Imagine an iPad attached to a half-dome speaker base, where you can even securely wall-mount it. The screen brings an interface that looks surprisingly like an Apple Watch with a slick grid of circular icons. This is designed to be the dedicated artificial intelligence control center for your entire house. When you tune into the Keynote, pay extremely close attention to the new Siri features, because those are going to be the exact same features running on this new smart speaker in your kitchen. You can fire off open questions, check your calendar, read emails, or set reminders all without ever touching your iPhone. To make this actually work for a whole family without turning into a privacy nightmare, Apple is integrating a specialized camera with multi-user facial recognition. It instantly knows who is standing in front of it to keep private emails hidden from everyone else. That is that classic Apple privacy focus right there. But I have to ask you guys, would you actually mount a dedicated Apple smart screen in your kitchen or living room? Or does that feel a bit too invasive? Let me know down in the comments, because I'm genuinely torn on it. This same visual intelligence powering that smart display is the foundation for an even wilder product. We're talking about Apple's lightweight smart glasses. These are not heavy, thermal throttling face computers like the Vision Pro. They look like regular, everyday glasses you can wear outside. The supply chain chatter has been completely insane lately. Shrimp Apple Pro hinted that Apple is currently testing rectangular and oval shapes in colors like blue, black, and brown. They are aggressively avoiding cheap plastics. Instead, they are testing premium finishes like aluminum and stainless steel, hoping to make them feel high-end enough to justify the inevitable Apple tax. They want these to be instantly iconic, just like the AirPods. According to reports from Mac the lenses will feature a specific oval pattern surrounded by tiny indicator lights, setting them completely apart from anything else on the market. Wait, really? Flashing lights on my face? We will see how that looks. In terms of actual functionality, think along the lines of Meta Ray-Bans. There is no digital display inside the glass. Instead, they rely on high-quality speakers integrated directly into the frame, delivering spatial audio right to your ears. There is a front-facing camera, but the real magic is Siri analyzing the world around you. You control the entire experience with your voice. You could literally look at a restaurant, ask Siri when it closes, and get the hours instantly. Or point your head at a foreign street sign and get a real-time translation. The seamless integration with your iPhone will be the biggest selling point. Unlike the clunky, awful wireless transfer process on other smart glasses, Apple's video sharing will be completely instant, that we probably won't see the physical hardware next week. The software needs a massive public beta phase first. The final version of Siri is not dropping until September, meaning the smart display is likely a fall release, while the glasses might push to late 2026 or early 2027. But Apple might actually tease them early just to prevent the designs from leaking through endless government regulatory paperwork. If that wasn't enough, we need to talk about iOS 27 and macOS 27. Most people are going to focus on the AI chat features and the smooth liquid glass UI. But these updates are actually a Trojan horse. They are secretly preparing the Apple ecosystem for two radical new devices coming to your pocket and your desk. One of those is the iPhone Ultra. Yes, the first foldable Apple smartphone. Ross Young has been tracking the display supply chain for years, and he suggests an outer 5.4-inch screen with a weird, boxy 4:3 aspect ratio. When you open it up, it unfolds into a massive 7.9-inch inner display that essentially feels exactly like an iPad mini. To make a giant screen like that work, the software needs massive adjustments. That is why the iOS 27 betas will start hiding clues like sidebars natively built into the left side of apps. Apple will be begging independent developers to make their mobile apps highly adaptable to scale up smoothly. But the biggest upgrade under the hood is true side-by-side multitasking on an iPhone for the very first time. You will finally be able to run two separate apps simultaneously without any weird hacks. If you look closely at the presentation, the clues for this folding future will be glaringly obvious. Then there is macOS 27, and this is where things get really controversial for the purists. For decades, Steve Jobs famously trashed the idea of a touchscreen laptop, saying your arm would get tired and it was ergonomically terrible. But apparently, Apple has finally changed their mind. The LEC and DG Times have both published extensive reports pointing to a historic shift for the Mac lineup early next year. They are preparing the MacBook Ultra. It is expected to pack a next-generation M6 processor built on vastly improved TSMC 3nm yields, a super-thin chassis, a dynamic island, and a massive touchscreen OLED panel. Honestly, I'll believe it when I see it, but the breadcrumbs are definitely there in the software. Apple has to redesign the Mac interface to make it completely friendly for human fingers. They could simply increase the size of every button or add more physical space to the top menu bar. But the easiest solution is already hiding in plain sight over on iPadOS 26. Apple already made the iPad behave significantly more like a traditional Mac with advanced window management. When you touch those tiny window controls on an iPad with your finger, they automatically expand to make them incredibly easy to hit without a mouse. They will absolutely bring that exact same expanding trick over to macOS 27. It is going to be fascinating to watch how much time they dedicate to highlighting these specific design changes next week. When you look at the big picture, WWDC 2026 is shaping up to be a historic milestone. This is highly rumored to be Tim Cook's final official keynote presentation, serving as the Chief Executive Officer of Apple. The software products announced at this event will set the ultimate direction for the company for the next decade. It represents a massive shift in strategy. Apple is preparing to launch some of its absolute riskiest and most ambitious physical hardware products in a very long time. Are you guys actually ready to daily drive a folding iPhone or wear Apple smart glasses everywhere you go? Drop your thoughts below because the comment section is going to be completely wild today.